and we'll do it live. We'll do it live. So apparently James Comey is threatening Donald Trump. He's threatening to kill Donald Trump. James Comey is. James Comey, the former FBI director. Now, I think that this is bait. I think it's clearly bait. But the other thing I think, and because I do believe it is bait and I do believe it's a provocation, and so clearly it's a little mind game that Comey's playing on behalf of some organized ring that he's part of. So what I'm saying is, let's not play Comey's game of like, he's going to say he doesn't know what it means and he's going to make these cryptic statements about murdering the president of the United States. Well, guess what? What I'm saying is Trump and the FBI and the DOJ, you need to just like not play the game, but just send in the US Marshals. Just send in the US Marshals. Just send in the US Marshals and break it up. And you guys know how to do that. And don't even ask them what they're going to do. Just look, take care of this problem. Just tell the US Marshals, look, there's this guy, James Comey, former FBI director. He's all upset because he is involved in a lot of crimes and there's a potential he's going to go to jail. So now he's threatening to kill the president of the United States. And so he needs to be taken care of. So go do it. Like, don't worry about anything. Like, don't even make a big deal out of it. In other words, it's like, oh yeah, here's this guy. He's just an enemy of the US government, right? James Comey is an enemy of the US government. Okay. And you just, what needs to happen? He's trying to organize some ring. He's trying to threaten the president. Well, go take him out. Use the US Marshals. Use the US Marshals. Use the US Marshals or the FBI or the DOJ or whoever you're going to use. Use your executive power. And don't even make a big deal out of it. Don't respond to him on the internet. Don't tweet back to him or anything. Just go over there and arrest him and put him in prison. And if he resists arrest, then do whatever. Just send the U.S. Marshals to do whatever. Look, not only him, but the whole network that James Comey is a part of, that entire network needs to be taken down because they're enemies of the U.S. government. They're domestic enemies of the U.S. government threatening to kill the president of the United States. So it's not even a thing of like, oh, we're going to have a debate about it. Did he really mean what he said? No, forget it. You need to take the gloves off. You need to not respond to him on the internet. You need to not have like this big debate about it with the media. It's just like, well, that's what, see, the job of the executive branch is to take out people like James Comey. That's the U.S. Marshals' job, is to remove people like James Comey. And they either go into prison or they go somewhere else. Hopefully he won't resist arrest and he'll just end up in prison, but not just James Comey. It's all the people that he's associated with in this crime ring seeking to overthrow the U.S. government. That's what they've been doing the whole time, right? They're saying, they're basically saying that the laws don't apply to them and that they are trying to like become the rulers of the U.S. government without having any legitimate type of, I don't want to get that. I don't want to get into that. But nobody elected them. And when Donald Trump was president the first time, James Comey sought to sabotage Donald Trump's first term. And now that Donald Trump's back in, now James Comey is calling for Donald Trump to be killed. That's against the law. And I'm asking for action. I'm saying, Donald Trump, please, on behalf of the American people, please do something about James Comey. Because he's not just a threat to you. He is a threat to you. He's a threat to all Americans who care about the integrity of the U.S. government. James Comey and his little crime ring, it's a crime ring that's just operating out there and it's just allowed to exist. I'm saying it shouldn't be allowed to exist. We're not having a debate with a crime ring, right? We're not having a debate with people who are seeking to sabotage the president of the United States. And the thing is, he's in a position where he can do it, right? He's part of a group of people that potentially could sabotage the U.S. government. That cannot be allowed. It cannot be allowed. It cannot be allowed. And so I'm calling for I'm calling for President Trump, please order the U.S. Marshals to break up the Comey crime ring by any and all means necessary. I don't care what happens. I don't care how it happens. just do it. I'm just saying, do it. Just do it. Just go break that shit up. Don't get into a little disputes with him on the media though, because he's not worth talking to, right? He's an enemy of the U.S. government. He's always been. I believe he's blackmailed. I believe he's blackmailed by people associated with the Anti-Defamation League, which is also an organized crime ring. And it just, I don't know that there's any connection, but I think it's odd that James Comey starts threatening the president of the United States at the same time that certain people in the Israeli government have been threatening the president of the United States. So we've got people with the Netanyahu government that have been trying to sabotage the president of the United States. And Comey is a big advocate of the Anti-Defamation League. And so I don't want to blame Jews for everything. I really like to blame the Roman Catholic Church and for their Black Lives Matter city burning operations that they did during Trump's first term. But we're not talking about that today. But keep in mind that the Roman Catholic Pope, the Vatican, runs the unions that burn down American cities. And Comey and the FBI ring that he's a part of allowed that to happen. So there is some connection there too. But he's really, it seems to me like this might be more closely tied to, it could be that. It could be his ties to the Anti-Defamation League. They could be blackmailing him. I mean, I believe that he is blackmailed, or how else would he allow all the Epstein stuff to happen while he was there? But also it could just be that he's afraid of going to prison. And so he's going to try and organize some kind of resistance like he did the first time. Resistance to the legitimate president of the United States, the legitimate government of the United States in Washington, D.C., the executive branch. He's trying to organize an actual overthrow or a sabotage or subterfuge. And he's calling for violence. I don't know what my words mean. That's what he's saying. He's using cryptic language. I don't even know what I'm saying. Don't play that game. Just fuck him up is what I'm saying. James Comey needs to get fucked up by the US Marshals. By the US Marshals. Just go in there and fuck him up and fuck up that whole crime ring that he's associated with. That's what I'm calling for. James Comey needs to get his shit fucked up, and everybody that's associated with James Comey and his little crime ring that seeks to sabotage and overthrow the legitimate elected president of the United States. That's a crime. That's a crime. And we have police powers to handle criminals like you fucking piece of shit, James Comey. So President Trump, I'm just a guy on the internet, and I am calling for James Comey to get his shit fucked up by the U.S. Marshals. Please, 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 President Trump, send them in and take care of business. End of stream.